Sorry, dude. I just got to get something off my chest. It's going to be real brief, but here we go. Stop fucking complaining about sucking at trading when you don't put in any effort to learn what the fuck you're doing. Stop following everybody else, thinking that you're going to learn something because you're not. All you're going to do is you're going to learn the same mistakes that the other person is that you're following, and that's all you're ever going to do. It's just like playing guitar. You're only ever going to be as good as, the person that you're trying to sound like, play like, be like. Fuck everyone else. Fuck everyone else, especially on social media. Fuck everything. No one knows shit because no one reads the shit. Now, this is not targeting anyone, by the way. This is just a general statement. It's been on my mind. It's just general human psychology that bugs me. People would rather sit on their ass, make excuses for their lives and for themselves of why their life is shit. But in reality, you have the fucking tools available to you within reach, unless you live in a third world country, to learn and improve your life. Now, with that being said, why the fuck are you sitting there complaining that you're being victimized, mistreated, that life's not fair? I mean, are we going back to being 6 years old again? This is the reality. Someone asked me, why the fuck do 99% of traders fail? And I said, I don't know for certain that 99% is the right number, but I suppose it's close enough. If what you want to know is why you specifically are failing at day trading, then the answer is the Dunning-Kruger effect. What did you see from all the YouTubers last year in 2021 and most of this year in 2022? They were talking about shit they didn't understand. They got a massive following from the AMC GME algorithm from YouTube, pumping up the content, regurgitating, perpetuating all of the fucking feels good, sounds good, like kumbaya bullshit that has left a lot of people bag holding. And lo and behold, the YouTubers are nowhere to be found because they were only ever here to exploit the hype. They were only ever here to take your time, and they don't give a fuck if they're giving you anything back worth value. That was my biggest issue. Now, that's Dunning-Kruger. It's when your confidence levels exceed your expertise, and that can put you in a very bad situation. You have to go through the learning curve, or what the Dunning-Kruger is called, the planes of despair. You have to take that downward turn to really learn what the fuck's going on. If you sit up there and think you're a badass at markets because you have 100 or 250,000 subscribers, that's Dunning-Kruger in a nutshell. Now, and another way to put it is that you know so little about how markets work that you are incapable of assessing your own lack of competence. In reading something like that, you may say, this doesn't apply to me. I know tons about the markets because I follow this dude on YouTube. Well, to that, I'd respond, exactly. You believe you know tons about the markets and how they work, but most of what you know is nonsense taught to you by people who don't know anything either, and like you, they lacked a clear view of their lack of competence. It's breathtaking, the degree of Dunning-Kruger in the retail markets. I can think of no other domain that comes even close to it, where people ignore facts and go with emotion and think it's going to make them money. At the end of the day, I would love to see everyone making money, but that's not going to happen. Realistically, not everyone's going to do it because general human nature and psychology is going to prevent it from happening. That is why I like to say the markets, you're not fighting against anybody. You're not fighting against Wall Street. You're not fighting against Ken Griffin. You're not fighting against anybody other than the shadow of your fucking self. And that's how I feel about it. Now, what's worse is that when they hear things like Goldman Sachs makes money on 299 out of every 300 trades, which is absolutely true, and their immediate response is, well, they must be cheating. Well, they fucking aren't. You know why their trades are successful 299 out of 300 times? It's because they simulate thousands and thousands and thousands of trades on a daily fucking basis to get data analysis on situational setups. I mean, that's available to retail now. But people say, oh, paper trading's gay. No, you're gay because you're deterring people away from the tools that are going to help them learn. Learn. How do you learn what doesn't work? You fucking lose money, right? And then you're like, fuck, I lost money. Shit, I will never do that again. Well, what if you could do that without losing the money? And then you find what works and you repeat it for profit. You can find what works for free and then you can repeat those results that you document, that you record, that you study with your own eyes and your own attention span. That's going to make the difference for you. I guarantee it. And if you don't believe me, just try it. Try it for 2 weeks. Open up a position in paper trading once a day. Try a different thing every day. Record the results. Take down what worked. Take down what didn't work. And then 2 weeks from now or whenever you start, pick the best situation that you experienced in your paper trade and replicate those results in real markets. Because guess what? Paper trading isn't set up to not operate like real trading. It is the same. The only difference that I've witnessed personally is the speed at which your limit orders fill, at which point you can just go ahead and set market orders to resolve that issue. So anyways, they're not cheating. You're just not learning. There's a huge fucking difference. And again, I'm not singling anybody out here. I'm just the kind of person that likes to view or vent my thoughts and what bugs me deep down inside, because all I see is more and more tools coming out and less people using them. It's fucking crazy. Now, again, they're not cheating, at least not in the way that anyone in the retail game would understand or imagine. All they're doing is using positive cash flow hedging to make sure that they can turn a profit if the markets go up or if they go down and if they stay the same. That's it. But rather than thinking to themselves, well, now I know that's possible. I think I could do that. I'm going to try to learn the same thing. Retail traders just say, it's the big banks cheating, or they're front-running me, Dad, or they're manipulating the markets, Dad, or it's the Rothschilds, the Gettys, the Colonel Sanders, and the Queen who are screwing me, Dad, or some other stupid fucking excuse. Making money in the markets isn't really that hard. It's really not. Making more money than everyone else? Yeah, that's fucking hard. That's why you don't want to sit there and try to follow people around the markets, because you never know. The person you're following may make a dumb trade and you may get caught up in it. You never know. But yeah, it's not as hard as it may think. You just have to be something other than a narcissistic, vain, shallow, helpless. People act helpless in the midst of all these tools. There's no point to be this way. No point. Just think seriously about it for a second. Just for 1 minute. Be motivated by something other than proclaiming yourself to be the coolest kid on the fucking block. Because you're not. You're getting your ass raped. Everyone is. Including myself. Even I make some of these mistakes that I'm ranting about, and it pisses me off. Even when you know better, you still make some of the mistakes that you know you shouldn't, because, again, we're only humans. And this is exactly fucking why algorithms trade, because they don't make the same mistakes we do. I have a strategy that I developed that hits 85 fucking percent. And what did I do? I went against that and did something completely different that I thought, well, this might be a good idea, but it's likely not going to be. But again, that's my own fault for doing it. And I shouldn't have. It's too late, but I'm going to learn from it and move on and not do that again in the future. That's all we can do. But if we're all following each other and we're all learning the same mistakes that someone else makes, like if Johnny's our leader and we're gonna follow Johnny around, and Johnny fucked up this time, now it's gonna come back on me. If we all branch out and we all try different shit and then we meet in the middle and see, okay, what worked, what didn't work, what did work, that didn't work, that's fucking stupid, that's smart, that's not, that's what we should be doing, period. That's just all I wanted to say. So sorry about that. I had to get that off my chest. But yeah, man, I mean, the markets, nothing's too hard for you to understand in life, period. Nothing. These markets aren't complicated. Fucking idiots run this place, man. They just obfuscate the language. They obfuscate the rules. They make it seem like it's more complicated than it's not. But in reality, the only thing standing in your way from changing your life or doing something about your experience or performance levels in any aspect of your life is the way you approach it, the amount of effort that you put in, and the passion that you have for it. If you don't like what you're doing, don't fucking do it. You only live once. YOLO, baby. But anyways, I'm gonna go add more shit to the Discord, because we need to do something, man. We got to get more people on board with learning this stuff, because if we do, it's a force to be reckoned with. I guarantee you. They want us on social media. They want you on forums. They want you reading news websites. They want you being reliant on every fucking thing under the sun except your own self. Because in reality, they know it, and I hope that you know it. You're all that you need. That's the truth.